Assalamualaikum everyone. This is Yasir Zahir YZ live again with another episode of Live with YZ. Today is the fourth episode. On this platform, I invite mental health expert every week, and we discuss about those mental health issues which you want to talk about or you want to listen to. So today my guest will be Dr. Nida Soomro. She is an organizational psychologist and a member of Psych Brain's esteemed panel. So we'll be discussing about depression, what causes it, and how to deal with depression. And as always, we always have a winner in every episode. One lucky winner who wins a one free session with the guest. So today again, you can win one free session with Dr. Nida Iqbal. So keep watching, keep tagging, and keep sharing the live broadcast. So okay, depression. Depression is a common illness worldwide and millions of people affected. Depression affects people of all ages, from all walks of life and in all countries. So depression is actually one of the major causes of people not performing well in their own daily life. So it can cause mental distress, and it affects people's ability to even perform simplest everyday tasks. At first, it can lead to suicide. And you know, suicide is now the second leading cause of death in people aged 19 to 29 years of people. Yeah, so that's very serious. So Pakistan is one of those vulnerable countries where stress, anxiety and depression are at a higher level. So with a population of more than 220 million people, 1 out of 3 people are suffering from these curable mental disorders. But its prevalence is higher in women at around 57.5% in women and 25% in men. So you can guess, so there are, according to an estimate, there are more than 50 million people affected with some kind of mental disorder in Pakistan. So that's a very, very serious issue. So without further delay, let's invite Dr. Nida and discuss about depression and the tips how to deal with depression. So let me invite Dr. Nida right now. Oh yeah, Nida. Assalamu alaikum, Nida. How are you?
I'm very sorry for the disturbance. I think there's some sort of internet connectivity issues going on. Can you hear me now?
Oh yes, I can hear you. No problem. Finally, you are here, and that's the best thing. So people were waiting for those answers because, as I said, depression is a very serious issue, and more than 50 million people are affected with depression in Pakistan. So this is very alarming. So there are so many questions, Dr. Nida, I have received by our followers. So
Yes.
Shall we begin?
Yes, please.
All right. Okay, Dr. Nida, this is a very common question a lot of people have asked. What are the major causes and triggers of depression? And what are those signs? How can we identify?
अच्छा, I hope all of you can hear us now. यासिर, आपकी आवाज I think बार बीच में चली जाती है.
Acha, okay. Can you hear me now? Is it audible?
Yes, I can hear you, and I think people can hear us now.
Okay, great. So shall I repeat the question? कर दूं मैं?
No. I got the question. हमारी सबसे बड़ी जो है. Yes, I think people can hear us now. Unfortunately, yes. Depression जो है वो हमारे पास एक बड़ा मसला हो गया है, ठीक है, and that it is a worldwide phenomena, not just in Pakistan. Just like you said, the numbers are alarming, and it's very common. And just to be very lame, if I would like to use the frame कि जिस तरह नज़ला ज़ुकाम होने लगा है लोगों को आजकल, इसी तरह डिप्रेशन भी बहुत ज़्यादा लोगों को होने लगा है, ठीक है. So the first question that you asked me, that what is the major cause, or what makes it worse, or how do we know if somebody is depressed? Okay, so there is a difference. First, we have to understand that there is a difference between being sad and being depressed. Okay, sadness is something that is a daily part of life. Okay, sadness is naturally built in inside us. It's a feeling that we are born with. Okay, but depression की जहाँ तक हम बात करते हैं, depression जो है, it can be due to some sort of childhood trauma that somebody went through, or some sort of incident that some incident that happened in somebody's life, or anything that was against what you wanted to have that at that moment. मैं कोई बहुत ज़्यादा आपको EPA की अगर definition के हिसाब से अगर हम इसको categorize करें, so there is a whole criteria on which अगर criteria के ऊपर आप set होते हैं for a period of at least 4 weeks से ज़्यादा अगर आपको वो symptoms feel हो, like you are feeling low, ठीक है, they are eating changes, ठीक है, either you're eating too much or you're eating too less, भूख नहीं लग रही है, भूख बहुत ज़्यादा लग रही है, things like you lose interest in your activities, plus sleeping patterns change हो जाते हैं. Some people tend to sleep a lot, some people get insomnia, और उसके अलावा the feeling of worthlessness, the feeling that there's nothing in the world, and बहुत ज़्यादा जो low feeling है, that is you actually जब ये बहुत ज़्यादा constant रहने लगती है, that is when you know identify if somebody is depressed. Again, I'm saying sadness is a natural part of our feelings, ठीक है, sadness को depression से identify करें. Chronic depression या major depressive episodes जो होते हैं, that has to be categorized. लेकिन अगर किसी that is again has to be differentiated. कि वही आपका low mood, वही आपकी feelings जो है, that is constant over period of 4 weeks, उसके बाद जो है वो हम आपको clinically या if you call it in psychology की ज़बान, that we set you under the criteria of depressive patient, and then आपको categorize किया जाता है उस हिसाब से. So
okay.
Any sort of trauma, sometimes depression is due to some drug that you take. बहुत सारे किस्म के depressions होते हैं, like some women who अब देखें, past life has a very important role in determining if you will have depression in the future or not. Sometimes upbringing में there are a lot of, जैसे फ्रॉइड का कहना है, you know, और बहुत सारे आपकी जो psychological psychologists हैं, they believe that your childhood experiences has a very strong impact on how you become a person when you grow up. So depression जो है वो बहुत सारी, if I want to simplify, depression जो है वो आपका किसी event से which was not a favorable event in your childhood, in your recent past, in your present, if that has happened, and there are some medication that also causes depression. There are some events like women who go through labor and childbirth, and they also go through depression. Okay, so there are a lot of reasons. We have to figure out that किसी को किसी किस्म का depression जो है वो क्यों हो रहा है. That is the reason why we want to know the history behind if somebody is feeling sad or if somebody is feeling depressed. I hope that answers. Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Nida. Thank you. Gigi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, great. Thank you, Nida. Next question is, this question is asked by Arsalan Qasim. The question is, what is the effect of depressed parents on their toddlers and teenager kids. डिप्रेशन को इट्स गोइंग टू इफेक्ट एवरीबॉडी इन योर फैमिली, राइट? ऐसे ही है, तो बच्चों के ऊपर इसका क्या इफेक्ट पड़ता है अगर पेरेंट्स डिप्रेस्ड हो?
यासिर, we as individuals, ठीक है, you must have identified कि हम कभी लो होते हैं, ठीक है, we are not aware of that moment, but बच्चा जो है that kid is observing every time whatever you are doing. You are a parent of a child, ठीक है, and I have grown up with kids and I have kids all around. They notice every minute details that you do or you say, and you will be surprised at some times when they tell you stuff that you never notice about yourself. तो अगर parents primary caregiver आपका, ठीक है, primary caregiver is the parent, ठीक है, it can be either mother, father and of course both of them, ठीक है. पेरेंट्स डिप्रेस्ड होते हैं अगर दे आर शोइंग दिस. देखिए, डिप्रेशन एक सीरियस बात है, इट्स सीरियस प्रॉब्लम, इट शुड बी टॉक्ड अबाउट. हमारे यहाँ जो अनफॉर्चुनेट इवेंट, ये एक मसला जो है दैट इज एक तो स्टीरियोटाइपिंग वाला बिहेवियर बहुत ज्यादा है कि जी पता नहीं लोग हमें क्या समझेंगे. फिर एक बड़ा सा एक हवा है कि इफ वी टॉक अबाउट इट और नॉट, even couples don't discuss it with each other. So, and bacha, you are the primary caregiver of the child, and it can greatly affect how your child grows up to be, and in that moment also. आपका बच्चा उस वक्त आपकी एक्टिविटीज से, you must have noticed the behavior that you exhibit in front of the children, your child would adopt that. Since we are the primary caregiver of our children will definitely get affected by it. And Yasir, आप believe करें, there have been so many cases जहाँ पे people bring up their children that please हमारे बच्चे देखें, if there is something wrong with the kid. In the most of the cases, it's the parents that have the issues. Identify होते हैं, parents के साथ issues होते हैं, which a child translates into some other behavior जो कि disturbing होता है. कुछ ऐसे बच्चे होते हैं जो बहुत ज्यादा, जिनके anger management issues होते हैं, कुछ ऐसे बच्चे होते हैं जो बहुत ज्यादा जो सुनते नहीं हैं, या कुछ ऐसे बच्चे होते हैं who are very rude to everyone, some kids who are not talking to anyone, who are anti-social, who are too social. The child is a live recorder that you have in your life. आपका अक्स होते हैं ये बच्चे जो है, ठीक है. So if a parent is depressed, that is going to affect how the child is going to behave, and that is going to show in one way or another way. अब वो उसको रो के शो करे, एक्स्ट्रा टेंशन लेने के लिए कुछ ना कुछ शो करे, but it has a great effect on how the child is behaving at that time and what that child is going to grow up to be like. So ये सिर्फ उस वक्त का प्रॉब्लम नहीं है कि जी माँ बाप डिप्रेस थे, बच्चा उस वक्त डिप्रेस रहा. उस वक्त का भी प्रॉब्लम है जब वो उस वक्त के टाइम में भी डिप्रेशन का शिकार हुआ for because of the parents. That child might develop other psychological issues that would happen because of that episodes of depression that is going around in the house. So yes, the answer is it does affect everybody in all sort of ways that we can imagine of.
Yes, absolutely. So this is very concerning because being a parent, if you are depressed, तो आपके बच्चे आपको देख के बिल्कुल उस तरह से behave करते हैं and they want to copy you. So you have to be very aware of your actions, जो भी आप कर रहे हैं. और if you're depressed of maybe some reason, you must go and tackle this. And if you're not able to do it on your own, you must get professional help.
Yes, sir. And आप believe करें, depression is treatable. Alhamdulillah, people get treated with it. इतनी अच्छी चीजें, we have discovered so many things that you can do at home. आप, it's not just कि कोई science apply करनी है that आप depression से बाहर निकलेंगे. Small activities can get you out of the state. It's the step that you have to take. आप believe करें, जो लोग कहते हैं कि जी हम depressed हैं, we have to हम जाके we don't tell everyone. देखिए हमारा काम है we counsel people and we send them home. What they are doing next, the step is that they are supposed to take. एक step आप लेते it changes things for you. So वही वाली बात है charity begins at home. तो हमने अपने आप से जब शुरू करते हैं things change like this and alhamdulillah now it's so much मतलब alhamdulillah like a platform like you and there are a lot of people like you who are raising awareness about mental health issues and this is a very good initiative जहाँ पे लोगों को पता चले कि ये बहुत common है, कोई embarrassment की बात नहीं है, we all can have this and it's very natural and it's very common.
Yeah, this is a stigma in our society क्योंकि लोग बात नहीं करते. You are right, absolutely. लोग इसके ऊपर बात नहीं करते. करनी चाहिए, हेल्प लेनी चाहिए और इसके ऊपर काम करना चाहिए क्योंकि उनकी वजह से पूरी फैमिली स्पेशली बच्चे इफेक्ट होता है. So this is really very concerning. तो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन निदा ये आया है हमारे पास. अच्छा, दिस इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन कि अभी जैसे मैंने आपको बताया परसेंटेज 57.5% women are depressed according to an estimate and 25% men. तो खवातीन क्यों इतना डिप्रेस रहती हैं जबकि नॉर्मली हम देखते हैं कि औरतें टेंशन ज्यादा देती हैं, ऐसा क्यों?
ये बड़ा जेंडर बाइस आपका स्टेटमेंट था, औरतें टेंशन बड़ी देती हैं और जो है वो हम में से काफी सारे जो है ना लोग ऑफेंड हो जाएंगे अगर आप
This is a general, concept जो लोग normally बात करते हैं कि टेंशन बहुत है.
Exactly, ये जो आपके सारे memes जो शेयर होते हैं सारे सोशल मीडिया पे, it's all about how women create so much fuss about things. लेकिन ये बड़ी जो है वो no male chauvinistic statements है. खैर चलें. Coming back.
जी, on a lighter note, okay.
Coming back to the problem, देखिए इशू ये है कि मैं आपको ऑनेस्टली बताऊं कि वी लिव इन अ पेट्रियार्कल सोसाइटी, ठीक है, और आई एम नॉट समबडी हु जस्ट फेवर्स वुमेन, ठीक है. एक मैं बहुत न्यूट्रल बात करूंगी. हमारी सोसाइटी में मर्द को कहा जाता है कि मर्द रोता नहीं है, बॉयज डोंट क्राई. हमारी सोसाइटी में कहा जाता है तुम मर्द हो, यू विल बी द सपोर्ट. हमारी सोसाइटी में ये कहा जाता है कि you are the breadwinner of the house. You are going, no matter what, you can't break. People are looking up to you. ठीक है? ये चीज it's a practice all around the world. ठीक है? अच्छा, इसकी वजह से बहुत सारे लोग रिपोर्ट ही नहीं करते that they are depressed.
Oh yeah.
ठीक है? एक मेरा पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू मैं आपको ये बताऊं, ठीक है, कि स्टैटिस्टिक्स जो है ना वो इसलिए भी बाज़ दफा देखें दो रीजन हो सकते हैं. या तो जैसे हम कहते हैं ना कि जी पॉपुलेशन कितनी है कराची की वो हमें पता नहीं है, या लोग कहते हैं कि जी हमारा मर्दमशुमारी ठीक से नहीं हुई है. दूसरी चीज होती है कि जी लोगों ने सही से नहीं बताया, ठीक है. सो हम रिसर्च अपनी तरफ से ठीक बेशक कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, एंड ऑल्सो रिसर्च, दिस इज अ फैक्ट, रिसर्च सेज दैट women tend to be more depressed. There is also an explanation for that also, ठीक है. But for men the number is less because उनके ऊपर इतना social pressure है to be the strong one, to be the one that cannot never break, he has to be somebody who is the breadwinner of the house. and अगर उसने कभी कोई आंसू निकाल दिया तो it's going to be something very out of the way. तो पहली बात तो मर्द बेचारे रिपोर्ट ही नहीं कर पाते, ठीक है, एंड इवन इफ दे फील दोस सिम्पटम्स दे डोंट शो इट टू पीपल, ठीक है. ये एक बड़ा मसला है, ठीक है. सेकेंडली व्हाई वन ऑफ द रीजन, अच्छा, एंड मेजॉरिटी केसेस में अगर पाकिस्तानी आप पॉपुलेशन की बात कर लें, सो अ लॉट ऑफ विमेन स्टे एट होम एंड डिप्रेशन है it tends to breed when you are in a constant state or constant place जो एक ही तरह का माहौल होता है, ठीक है. Men has an outlet कि वो बाहर निकल जाते हैं, ठीक है. Women also go out, मैं ऐसा नहीं कह रही, ठीक है, but due to some responsibilities उनको घर पे बैठना पड़ता है because even if they want, there are kids who would not want to go, would not let them, to be कि वो बाहर चली जाएं, or they can get angry and close the door and go out and go for a drive, तो नहीं हो सकता, ठीक है, because वो बच्चे ने अगर रोना भी है, मारना भी है, वो माँ के पास ही जाके घुसना है. सेम विद द, अब देखें दोनों तरफ से जो है वो प्रेशर अलग किस्म का है. Men has to maintain the pressure that I am supposed to be somebody who cannot break or who cannot cry or who cannot show sadness. इस वजह से statistics low. अच्छा, प्लस औरतें, अच्छा मर्द के लिए आउटलेट है कि वो एटलीस्ट उनका क्लाइमेट चेंज हो जाता है, that they go out of the house and that helps. And again just like मैंने कहा कि औरतों के पास थोड़े से हमारे रीजन अलग इसलिए होते हैं कि we have to stay in the house, ठीक है, and there are some other things attached जिसकी वजह से हम वो हमारी कंडीशन चेंज नहीं कर सकते. Because if a child is sleeping and a mother has to take care of the child, then mother can't just go out and leave the child at home. तो उसकी वो जो स्टेट है, just like मैंने आपको कहा ना कि डिप्रेशन का ब्रीथिंग पॉइंट है जहाँ पे लोग कांस्टेंट बैठे होते हैं in that moment, in that point in time. एक हमारा एक बहुत छोटी सी जो है वो मैं टेक्निक जो मैं आपको बताऊं कि आप कभी डिप्रेस्ड फील हो रहे हो तो जस्ट चेंज योर पोस्चर. आप अपना पोस्चर चेंज करें, आपकी फीलिंग अलग हो जाएगी. There is a certain posture, there is a certain way that people exhibit when they are depressed. हमारा एक्साइटमेंट पोस्चर अलग होता है, हमारा डिप्रेशन पोस्चर अलग होता है, हमारा सैड पोस्चर अलग होता है. हमारी इसी तरह एनवायरनमेंट भी, अगर हम कॉन्स्टेंटली वो वाली एनवायरनमेंट में ही रहते रहे if you are depressed, तो ऑफ कोर्स डिप्रेशन ज्यादा होता है. So that is one of the reason. Plus as a female we have hormonal issues that adds to the depression. That is also one of the biggest factor. एक बड़ा factor है because as time is passing by, women are facing hormonal issues and उसकी वजह से भी डिप्रेशन खवातीन के अंदर ट्रिगर होता है. So yes, statistics are right, but ये दो reasons हो सकते हैं. That is the reason why मर्दों और औरतों की जो रेशियोज हैं डिप्रेसिव होने की उसमें डिफरेंस है, परसेंटेजेस में डिफरेंस है. एंड बट ऑनेस्टली यासिर, इट इज एज डैमेजिंग फॉर अ मेल एज इट इज डैमेजिंग फॉर अ फीमेल. सो वो वाली बात तो जो है ना वो है ही नहीं कि इफ इट्स व्हाट फॉर whom. तो इधर इट्स अ मेल और अ फीमेल, दैट इज आउट ऑफ क्वेश्चन कि जी अलग अलग रीजन है, हर इंसान का अलग रीजन होगा टू बी डिप्रेस्ड. आई होप दैट आंसर द क्वेश्चन.
Yeah, thank you very much. आपने बड़ा जबरदस्त इसको एक्सप्लेन किया है. Wonderful, thank you very much. Let's move on to the next question. अच्छा, एक सवाल बड़ा कॉमन ही काफी लोगों ने पूछा है. The question is, can you be depressed if you have everything in your life, like materialistically सारी चीजें आपकी पूरी हो गई, you have money, you have cars, you have big house, you have everything, but still you are depressed? ऐसा होता है और ऐसा क्यों होता है?
अच्छा जी, बड़ा अच्छा सवाल है एंड आंसर इज यस. इवन इफ यू हैव एवरीथिंग materialistically in your life, you can still be depressed. देखें, ज़रूरी नहीं है कि मटीरियल आपको वो सेटिस्फैक्शन दे जो कि आपको चाहिए हो फ्रॉम लाइफ. देयर आर थिंग्स, अब जैसे मिसाल के तौर पे आई टॉक्ड अबाउट चाइल्डहुड ट्रॉमा. somebody went through a childhood trauma and उस बंदे ने बड़े होके that person or that woman, he or she, whoever that is, उसने सब कुछ ले लिया, सब कुछ बना लिया अपने लेवल के हिसाब से. ठीक है, we are talking about, देखिए, my needs are different, your needs are different, somebody who lives in the house next door, their needs are different. अपने नीड के हिसाब से उन्होंने मटीरियलिस्टिकली अपने आप को उस मकाम पे रीच कर लिया. ठीक है, that person has reached that point where they think we are satisfied with the materialistic things that we had, but कोई ना कोई ऐसा ट्रिगर हो सकता है, कोई ना कोई ऐसा रीजन हो सकता है जिसकी वजह से इंसान फिर भी डिप्रेस्ड हो सकता है. एक बहुत आई डोंट एग्जैक्टली रिमेम्बर द नेम, there was this businessman and उसने he was just sitting in his car, बहुत अच्छी बड़ी luxurious गाड़ी थी उसकी, and his car was parked at a McDonald's or some fast food chain outside a restaurant, and he saw two people eating, sharing a small burger of that fast food chain. And those people looked at that person's car and they said that, gosh, I am depressed that I cannot provide my partner with a full meal that she's supposed to have. And look at that person in the car and he's sitting and he has everything. आप believe करें उस अच्छा, and the other side of the window जहाँ पे वो businessman with everything materialistic that person needed, that person was thinking यार ये कितने खुशनसीब है that they can have this fast food with them. I am so sick, I have all the money in the world but I still can't enjoy that cheesy burger that they're having. So materialistic चीजें होना cannot never make sure that somebody cannot be depressed or not. It's the internal satisfaction that you get out of something. So depression होना या ना होना और material होना according to your need or no need, उसका कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है depression से. I have seen people who have every sort of materialistic thing that they want but they still are depressed. So there can be many reasons. चीजें खुशियों का बायस नहीं है. चीजें cannot determine if somebody can be depressed or cannot be depressed. So yes, even if you have materialistically everything, you can still be depressed. But there can be other reasons, okay? And that you have to explore what other reasons are. You can seek help for that. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Acha, Nida, it has to do something with the gratitude, the feeling of gratitude. Because from the platform of Psych Brain, we have been telling people to feel the gratitude. They have to be grateful for the things they have. Because we are running some training programs as well on gratitude, how to practice gratitude, and we also have a journal, self-help journal of gratitude. So we are emphasizing people to practice gratitude by using a journal. It's a 6 weeks exercise journal, and we want people to realize the blessing that they have, the relationship they have, the things they have. So once you realize those blessings, so this can also help in dealing with the depression. What do you say, Doctor?
Yes, as Yasir, I would totally agree with you. हमारे बड़े बूढ़े कहते हैं ना बेटा अपने से ऊपर नहीं अपने से नीचे वालों को देखो. So there is बड़े बूढ़ों की जो बातें होती थी, the typical दादी and दादा and नाना नानी की बातें कि बेटा there's no limit to how much somebody can get, but we should all be thankful for whatever we have. वो वही simple सी मैंने बात बोली कि हम डेली लाइफ में सुनते हैं सब लोगों से कि अपने से ऊपर वाले को नहीं अपने से नीचे वाले को. And then imagine how many blessings we have tonight. Imagine the things we can talk, we have two eyes. Just imagine if या सर आप बिलीव करें छोटी छोटी चीजों की वजह से ना हम लाइफ में डिप्रेस हो जाते हैं, हम बाहर नहीं हैं. And when you see the world, people don't have basic amenities. इतनी तकलीफ होती है, and then when I come back home and I sleep on the bed and I say Alhamdulillah, at least it is a learning experience. और ये जो gratitude activity है, that is an amazing activity. It is an amazing. I was going through the journal जो आप इसकी बात कर रहे हैं. The more you repeat it to yourself, देखिए हमारा एक अनकॉन्शियस होता है ना, लाशऊर जिसको बोलते हैं, उसको रिपीटिशन की जरूरत, भूल जाता है बातें. सो आपकी लाश बार बार आपको चीज बताएंगे कि that I have this blessing, I have this blessing. Every day you write it, every day you be thankful for what you have, the more you would be grateful for the life that you have. And एक अच्छी technique that would help people with depression and a lot of other things. Self-esteem भी बहुत अच्छी होती है इस लोगों की. You realize that I have what I've achieved. Achievement आपको पता चलती है या blessings आपको पता चलती है. So that's a very good example that given for helping people with depression.
Wonderful. ठीक है. अच्छा निदा, finally कोई message आप देना चाहेंगी for the people who are depressed in our society? Any message, or if there is no help, because like we provide help, online SideBrain is always there to provide the professional help, but अगर किसी के पास नहीं है access, तो उनको क्या करना चाहिए? Any message how to deal with depression at their own ends?
एक सबसे बेसिक मैसेज आपको दूं, जब डिप्रेशन फील हो, देखें सबसे पहले तो आइडेंटिफाई करें कि डिप्रेशन है या नहीं है. ठीक है, आजकल सबके पास स्मार्टफोन है, वी ऑल हैव एक्सेस टू गूगल. सिर्फ उसके अंदर सिम्टम्स ऑफ डिप्रेशन देख लें कि जी व्हाट यू आर फीलिंग, अपना सेल्फ असेसमेंट करें. एंड देयर आर पीपल हु आर हियर टू प्रोवाइड हेल्प. Don't feel shame in asking for help. It is a condition. कोई social stigma की बात नहीं है. We have phases in life where we go up, where we come down. Everybody in life can go through this phase. And उसको discuss करना, उसके लिए help seek करना, उसमें शर्म महसूस ना करें. Because this is something that is very common, very treatable, and help is available for it. हमारे जैसे प्लेटफॉर्म पे ठीक है, चले हम अगर अपनी एक मैं बात आपको करूं, जैसे लोग कहते हैं कि जी हमारी तो सेटिंग ही ऐसी है ना, हम क्या करें? Just pick out anything that you like to do. अब now you, that person, me or you or whoever that is who is feeling depressed, that person has to take the first step. अगर उसने gratitude लिखना है तो पेन, हमने किताब दे दी उसको, लिखना उसको ही है. Take the initiative. If you want to get out of this state, take the initiative. Depression का सबसे बड़ा जी, बिस्तर में पड़े हुए हैं, दिल नहीं चाह रहा है, feeling low, feeling sad, just go and take a shower. Situation change हो गई, you will feel better. कुछ नहीं है, जो अच्छा लगता है. देखिए यहाँ से now at this point we all have access to a lot of things. हमारे पास किताबों की किताब भरी हुई है, टेक्निक्स भरी हुई है, लेकिन हम फिर भी चीजों से स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं. Why? Because we over complicated things. इतनी ज्यादा मार्केट में चीजें आती हैं, बहुत कंपटीशन हो गया है, people want to sell their stuff, बहुत सारी चीजें हो गई हैं. So अब एक लेमैन के लिए कहा जाएगा जी मैं इस वाले के पास जाऊं, मैं इस वाले के पास जाऊं, मैं इस वाले के पास जाऊं. यू हैव टू टेक द इनिशिएटिव. पहले सबसे पहले गेट आउट ऑफ द स्टेट. एक सिंपल काम, लेटे हुए फीलिंग हो रही है, उठ जाए, बैठ जाए, डू समथिंग, गेट आउट ऑफ दैट मोमेंट दैट यू आर इन. प्लस अगर आपके पास फिर भी, एंड सबसे आसान चीज क्या होती है, do what makes you feel happy. Find time for yourself. हम अपने आप को कहते हैं जी हम बड़े बिजी हैं, but at least हम अपने लिए 10 मिनट तो निकाल सकते हैं. We can at least take out 10 minutes for ourselves. We can just figure out. अब ये हर बंदे के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. We tell people what is your favorite thing to do. उसके लिए 10 मिनट निकालें a day. Just give 10 minutes a day. That is something we can do to ourselves, right? हमें कहीं उठ के कराची के ट्रैफिक में फंस के किसी के पास ऑफिस में जाके कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप हम अपने लिए वो एक्टिविटी that you love the most or that gives you happiness, वो करते हैं 10 मिनट के लिए. That will help you. कोई ऐसी टेक्निक है जी, ब्रीदिंग करें, उससे जी स्ट्रेस रिलीज होता है. माइंडफुलनेस करें, बहुत सारी ऐसी टेक्निक हैं, बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं, बट find the small things that makes you happy and give yourself a little bit of time to give yourself those moments of happiness. That helps with depression. Or please again, we are as a nation, as a country, हम फिर भी बहुत क्लोज निटेड कम्युनिटीज में रहते हैं. स्प्रेड द वर्ड. हमारे जैसे लोग can tell people that it is okay to be depressed. It is okay not to be okay. Anybody can be depressed. I can be depressed. You can be depressed. Men can be depressed. Women can be depressed. Children can be depressed. Everybody, old people can be depressed. So हमें इस चीज को आगे लाना. Spread the word that it is treatable and there is no shame in seeking help. हम किसी दोस्त के पास जाते हैं ना, भाई मुझे ये नहीं आ रहा, can you help me with this? It's just like this. And small things that makes you happy, do that. It is basic level, but that is going to help you to deal with your depression.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Nida. Thank you very much. I hope वैसे तो आपने बड़ा जबरदस्त एक्सप्लेन किया है और आई होप कि हमारे जितने भी व्यूअर्स हैं उनके जो जहनों में सवाल थे, जो टिप्स आपने दी हैं वो सारी उनको मिली हैं एंड दे आर गोइंग टू अप्लाई दोस टिप्स एंड दे आर गोइंग टू do whatever you have told us. It's a great message and wonderful. और अगर हम इसके ऊपर अमल करेंगे तो we will definitely get out of depression. आप खुद से ये चीजें करके कर सकते हैं. लेकिन finally there is a professional help available at Site Brain, so you can always refer to us if for professional help. Yes. So Dr. Nida, we will invite you again in another episode sometime. So thank you very much for your time.
This initiative, and this is a very good initiative, and God bless you for doing all this, and this is helping a lot of people out, and wish you best of luck with all this that you are doing.
All right, thank you very much. Take care. Hafiz.
So much. I will see you soon, inshallah. Thank you, Yasir.
See you. Hafiz.
Hafiz.